Hello again. Well, I'm back again with that video. It's a continuation of that video where I'm talking about putting yourself first and saying no, because saying no is love. It's love to yourself. Saying no, you are actually telling other people that this is how I actually love myself. People who actually love themselves, you can tell they become attractive as fuck. You become attractive as fuck. I don't know what happened with the first video, but what actually happened with it is just stop. So I had to because I was not done talking, so I talk a lot because you know what, I just love sharing certain wisdom, whether for how, because most of the wisdom that I actually sharing, it's a wisdom that I actually learn in the hard way, and I don't want other people to be in the same place that I was, but at the same time we are all learning and growing. So when you're actually learning and growing, why don't you share what you actually went through? Why don't you share how you can make other people not feeling that they have to put themselves in those position that I actually put myself into. You know, I will say this, I've been inside crocodile mouth, and to be honest, I still don't know how I actually survived all of those, because wow, the traps and everything. So when you're not putting yourself first, you gonna lose a lot, like not just emotionally, mentally, spiritual, because they are actually vampires, financially vampires too. You know, when you are actually surrounded by vampires, they can take a lot from you, to the point that they distract you from your life purpose. They distract you from whatsoever. Because I'm gonna make example about people who are actually that invested in order to don't see me thriving. There was a time for this woman. She offered me I actually wanted a loan, so I asked a loan that was actually a quarter of the money that she was willing to give me in order to stay away from my life purpose, you know. So I was actually offended, but at the same, I was not angry. It was the first time I was not angry, because I was wanting to understand why this person has to want to go to that extent to distract myself from my life purpose, distract myself from me entering a new path for myself, me creating a new path for myself. So what I'm trying to say, people can go to any extent to put you through shit, because you are struggling to say no. You are struggling to put yourself first. Have you ever been in a place where you actually feel like, if I said no, I wouldn't experience that? You know, sometimes we create a bad karma on ourselves by not saying no to individual, or saying no to situation that will actually be like, you know what, if I was actually not struggling to say no, I wouldn't be in this fucking accident. Because you know what, sometimes universe will do anything to actually wake you up, because now they can tell whether you are their daughter or son. They can tell, you know what, this girl is fucking gullible, this girl is fucking naive. The only thing that we can do is to make her go through this pain in order to understand, you know what, she need to stay away from this situation. Because uh whether it's God, ancestors, angel, spirit guide, they love you, they support you, they want to see you thrive. They don't want you going through pain that is actually not necessary. So when you prioritizing yourself and saying no, you are being prevented from situation that you know that if I didn't say no, if I said no, I wouldn't be here. So when you are putting yourself no, it's not a selfish manner, but people who are actually toxic, they will convince you to believe that. You end up questioning whether I've made a right choice by saying no to this, because they can tell you're moving differently, you're moving genuine. There are actually a very few people who actually moving genuine, people who are actually doing things from the heart space. So what I'm gonna say to you, why do you think setting boundaries, saying no to certain individuals make you feel like, why do you think about people's judgment first instead of thinking about, when I actually set boundaries, I'm gonna be attractive as fuck? Because people actually have boundaries. They are attractive as fuck. And the more you love yourself, the more you realize you don't need people who actually don't love themselves. Because people who take to other people who actually guilty trip other people when they taking care of themselves, it's people that you're not supposed to be surrounded with. It's a people that you should actually avoid. So avoid those individuals. They're taking a lot from you, and at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give about your fuck about your progress. Instead, they don't want to see you thriving. They don't want to see you doing better. They want to see you struggling, because them to see other people struggling, it's something that they enjoy. It's torture. It's something that they enjoy. To see other people, they sometimes they act like they are actually helping you, but at the end of the day, they just wanna put you back, back to that hole, that dark hole, because they enjoy seeing you going down. The jealousy and everything. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm still surprised. How did I actually survive in a crocodile's mouth? Because I've been in the crocodile's mouth and I'm still surprised, and I'm actually happy, and I've been reflecting on myself, and I'm so surprised of how much I overcome. Like, I was struggling with saying no. I was taking advantage of, because sometimes people taking advantage of you. Yes, I don't still believe they're actually toxic, but sometimes you have to speak up, talk about allow your throat choker to move, allow your throat choker to tell people exactly what you think. For example, uh, they offering you something that you know it's not good for you, and then you be like, because I'm scared of losing this friendship. If I say no, they won't, stop worrying about that. Just think about yourself. If you say nah, because I remember when I stopped drinking alcohol, and then the universe tests the shit out of you. So these girls went out and bought alcohol, and then they knocked on my door, and they were like, hell girl. And I was like, hey, like, do you want to drink? And I was like, because those girls, they are actually not buyers, they don't buy alcohol. Instead, they take from other people. So when they were offering me, and I was kind of like, whoa, okay, I know I didn't tell them that I stopped drinking alcohol, but at the same time, to that extent that you go and buy and invite me, that's something that never happened with them. So I was like, whoa. So the universe gonna test the shit out of you, whether are you done with those toxic coping mechanisms that we actually were doing, that were destructive in you. So I'm talking about a lot. So it's just not alcohol, not just it's a lot. People, when you don't put yourself first, probably, okay, you are in a work corporate doing a corporate job, and you people, you should supposed to know exactly what is your duty, what is actually your is needed from you, because you are actually a whole damn person who actually have their own powers. You are providing your service to that employer. So you are employee and employer. You should know the responsibility that you actually needed from you from that job, because every job has its description, what actually is needed from you, so your service whatsoever. No, when they are giving you too much, because they know that you're gonna excel in whatever, because you give your heart in it. You are a person who don't do things half-hearted. So this kind of thing is something that you should be aware of. Know yourself, know your wealth, uh, know what you put in the table, because when you are being taken care of, you are taking advantage of. People don't give a fuck. People who actually take advantage of you, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. So stop worrying about what they're gonna say when you pulling up, because they're gonna run their mouth. Of course they're gonna run their mouth. You are right, they're gonna run their mouth, but what about you? Running them out is not gonna kill you. They're gonna run, probably go to the extent that they ruin your reputation. They recruit other people, other monkeys, what they call it in psychology term, flying monkeys. They're gonna send a lot of flying monkeys to campaign to make you feel like you are the sheep. Because I went through that, you know. It's okay. Don't allow them to take more from you, you know. Saying no and prioritizing yourself, it's something that is actually needed. So I've gained a lot from putting myself first. For example, I ended up going for something that I actually love. I let go of toxic friends. I let go of toxic family members. I let go of toxic habit of like addiction that I was using to cope. I let go of toxic belief. I'm growing, guys. Like I'm actually growing. Like actually a lot. Probably I will make another video about this probably after 2 years, because it's a I'm actually happy to make this video anyway. So thank you. Bye. Okay, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. When you feel like my content is for you, why don't you subscribe? Yeah. So okay, so thank you guys for viewing, because I know there are actually viewers who don't subscribe and I'm not okay with that. So don't forget to like, share my content, and I really appreciate and actually grateful for the love, for the support that you are actually giving me. So bye.